I'm a bit of an idiot. Didn't realise I went live so early. Well, I guess we may as well just keep the stream up, but I've gone live very, very early. I just hope no one joins for the first like 7 minutes or so, because it's probably going to just be silent. I didn't even realise we'd gone live, but we're live. We're here. It's the Dutch Grand Prix. I think I've got the amount of corners right for this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. If I counted correctly, 14 corners tonight. First time we've been live in 2 weeks. Last week we had a bit of a break, but we've returned stronger than ever. Can't wait to get started once again here in ITR. Hello Swifty, welcome to the stream. We are a bit early. Doesn't really matter. Excited to get into it, really. We're back. And we're ready to do it all over again. Hello Luke. Welcome once again to the stream. Very excited to regain confidence. I ain't missing a stream this season. You better not. You really better not. The most loyal supporter we've got, Luke, you're also up there. You're the only two watching. I don't even blame you, because we're not starting for another like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And I've gone live early. But that doesn't matter, we'll just have a nice chat, I guess, about Zandvoort and how much of a good circuit it is. Which it is. Likelihood is we will see a Dutch driver winning tonight. The majority of the grid is Dutch. So therefore we have an English commentator, obviously. It's over half the grid's home race tonight. Rather excited to get into it. Join early just to speak. Good man. Well, yeah, 36 laps around here. I did it on Friday as well with MTLR. If you want to watch that, then go to their Twitch channel. And that was a good one, to be fair. We had a 4-car or so battle for the win. In the end, could have really gone anyone anyway in that race. Timon, he's here tonight and he did win in an MTLR. Love this track, top 10 prediction. Right, judging by Timon's performance, I reckon he could be decent tonight. So I'm going to predict points for him. We'll say though, P10, something tells me there'll only be like 10 finishers. So I reckon someone like a Volta Reflex or a Turbo Speed. Turbo Speed is actually quite fast, to be fair, but like a Volta Reflex or like maybe a Milan, someone like that. Milan's actually really quick. There's actually a lot of quick drivers in here tonight. That's good to know. We might have a good bit of competition. So yeah, I'm gonna say Volta Reflex P10, P9. I reckon honestly Bus. Feel bad for saying it, but I reckon Bus, just for like, there's going to be some sort of incident, I reckon, tonight. Obviously, Luke, you didn't have the best run out here on Friday. That will improve, though, I'm sure, tonight. I reckon you'll actually have a decent run. 8th place. Don't expect me to win. No, Timon, I'm not expecting a win tonight from you, mate. But I reckon you can definitely push higher ends of the points. I reckon you can get you like somewhere between P6 and P3. Maybe on the podium. Honestly. You've got pace. DNF. It actually worked. Commentator's curse came into play for I forgot who it was now. Yeah, I forgot his username, but don't matter. Commentator's curse came into play on Friday. Yeah, P6 to P3, Timon. You're hearing it right now. You won last time out. You were faster than Bobo. He's here tonight. You had better pace overall there in that race than Bobo did. Obviously got caught up in battles, but I think overall you were the faster driver out of the two of you. So I reckon you can yeah, it was Kinnaid, that's the one. Yeah. I literally said he's got potentials for a podium and he just spun like 2 seconds later. But he still actually had a really good finish. I think he got P3 in the end. Yeah, so I'll carry on with my top 10. What was I at? So I just said Bus for P9. I reckon P8 we could definitely see Joris, I reckon. I know he's a quick driver though, I've seen him race. He is a decently fast driver. P7 we're going to go for Mike Hammer. And again, yeah, he had battles with Elias not too long ago. I remember those battles. P6 I will say, I think Stein, P6. Rico, P5. I reckon today's a good day for AlphaTauri. P4, I can see Davies. I think P3, Timon. I hate to say it. I don't want to give you commentator's curse or anything, but I really think you can push for a podium tonight. I'm not even lying to you. P2, probably, and Cristiano is actually here yet, so P2, I think Bobo will do it, because he's definitely got that pace, and I know he's got that pace. And then your race winner tonight, I reckon, it's a shout and a half, but I reckon Davies has got it in him tonight. I'm sorry, Swifty, I didn't put you in the top 10, I don't think this is going to go well for you. I could be proven very wrong though. There is quite a few drivers there that I've missed out of that top 10. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of DNFs. It's Zandvoort, it's tight, it's narrow in most parts of the circuit. It's going to be a difficult one. Well, will the McLarens finish? I reckon P3 and DNF. Sorry, Luke. Yeah, Timon P3 and you. I can't see things going well. Like, there will be something on like the first lap. There'll be like 3 or 4 safety cars this race. I'm sure there will. Last place. Now, Swifty, I'm not saying last, but you will. I'm sure someone fast will DNF, and I reckon it will be Swifty tonight. He hasn't had very good luck over the season. It will happen. Where will Merck finish? Who is it? Jax and you. I didn't actually put Jax in that top 10, but I definitely think he could definitely contend. Now look at things again. I reckon Jax for P4 or P5. I'll say P4 and you DNF. It's all down to luck really, DNF wise. Because if you don't DNF in any racing league, you're on for a top 10 finish. That's just gonna be the case. It's annoying to say, but it's always gonna be that way. If you don't DNF, you're in for it. If there'll be rain, we're dead. Yep. Straight up, yep. That will be the case. Rain is gonna kill everyone if there is any. Even in quali. Obviously, quali doesn't really matter. Hey, 400 subs. Let's go. Well done, ITR. Don't thank me. Thank Tim for founding the league. And also for not being here tonight. Cheers, Tim. Can't even congratulate you, fella. But, yeah. Let's go, ITR. 100 subs. Here's to the next 100. Are we readying up yet? I'm not too sure. I'll just have a check of the Discord for when we're told to ready up. A little bit of a delay start. When I go ready, we can go ready. Okay. I do have good potential like I did in Monza. It's just silly crashes that ruin it. That's exactly why I think you're not going to make it tonight. I hope you do though, Swifty. I wish you all the luck for tonight, but yeah, something tells me you're not going to make it. I feel I'm going to do horribly. I put you in my top 10. I reckon you are getting points today, Volta. Again, I wish luck to everyone on the grid tonight. It's going to be a difficult one. It's always a difficult one. On Netherlands, Zandvoort. It's never an easy race. There's always something that makes it difficult. That could go from a car blocking the track to someone upside down at turn 2. Like, God knows. It could literally be anything. But chaos is a track where chaos can very, very easily ensue. And I reckon tonight will be another one of those occasions where chaos is gonna happen. And we like chaos. Chaos is fun. Chaos means that I shout a bit. And when I shout a bit, you know we're having a good time. Where do you think Undertaker will finish? Where is Undertaker? In the fellow Aston Martin to Bus. I've got no idea. Honestly, I say this every single time. It's too early to predict. Like, literally anything can happen. But I can't see him in the points. I'm sorry, Undertaker, but all the races I've seen from him, he's either been out of the points or he's crashed. So I can see this race going the exact same. Feel quite bad for him, but yeah, it's the way things will go, I think. I've been having a few Wi-Fi issues, just hope that doesn't happen again now. I don't know when we're ready up still, but I hope it's soon. I kind of want to get going here. I'm quite excited for tonight, because we do like a little bit of chaos. Especially at Circuit des Zandvoort. If that's what it's even called, probably isn't. Don't really care too much. Let's just get to it and hope things go well-ish. Because I'm kind of hoping for a few DNFs as well tonight. Make things a bit spicier. We'll just see how things roll. And as soon as Rico readies up, we will get straight into the action and the carnage that tonight should bring. I just hope not too many cars DNF so we can get a few on-track battles. Like I said though, we'll just see how things pan out. Things can go from bad to good very, very quickly in leagues like this. Like a crash for someone really fast could cause a safety car, causes chaos. Chaos is good. In the case of the ITR, chaos is brilliant. Why is Milan spectating? Alright, we're going. But I don't know why Milan's spectating. Oh, sorry. Clicked off there. Let's get to it. 10 more seconds and then chaos in the Netherlands as per usual. Can't wait to be back. Let's get straight into things. The 14 corners of Zandvoort, they're going to bring chaos. That chicane right there is going to be one of those causes, I'm telling you. As is that left-hander. Someone will touch that inside curb. There will be, I'm sure, a front wing loss on that corner. And as I said, someone will go for something stupid. But they actually didn't on Friday night. It was actually a very clean race overall, other than some solo incidents around turn 3. That's a corner some drivers, most drivers, should definitely watch out for. because even if they are good, it's a very easy corner to just get caught out on. You just clip that outside or inside curb, and you just sent round. That's the problem with Zandvoort for a lot of drivers. Those high curbs, they just send you very, very easily, and there isn't much you can do to control it. You've just got to hope that you keep one out of the barriers if that ever happens. But we have 18 drivers on the grid tonight. Should be a fun one. Qualifying commences since the first car leaves the pit lane, and obviously, as per, the first car to leave the pit lane gets the privilege of me watching their lap, which is always a very, very valuable privilege. And we do have 3 drivers at once, but it will indeed be the Alfa Romeo as the first driver to lead the pits, and it is Cristiano. He has arrived, so Chris is here, and we all know the way this is going to go. This is going to be, I think, surely Chris domination, but like I say, anything, literally anything can happen. It's all down to how well you drive. If you keep that car on the road, then you're fine. If you keep it off the road, then you're definitely not fine. It's genuinely, it's just a prayer at this point. Chris now will round the middle sector, dive one into turn 9, and hopefully not clip that inside curb. He's avoided it very, very neatly, and still got the exit speed he needs for the second and only of the 2 DRS zones around the Netherlands. Now here comes Chris. 2 more corners to go. He's weaving, getting those tyres warm, preparing for what could be an almighty lap. Could be one of the best laps we've seen in ITR. Probably won't be because it's his first run, but like I say, you just never know. Here comes Chris now to begin his first run into turn 1, diving it in nice and neat, trying to keep a rather central point through that turn 1. You don't want to be too on the throttle there. You need to be nice and careful. 2 and 3, always difficult. He's got the nice berth though. He's got the acceleration off the corner as well. Chris, seeming quick as usual through turn 4 and 5. Both small kinks down a straight. Through 6, nicely on the curb. Bit of a slide on oversteer. That will happen to the best of us. Now through 7 and 8, the double right-hander. Still very, very fast here is Chris. Through turn 9, keeps it away from that curb. Now has 4 corners to go. If he can keep it clean for those last 4, this could be a brilliant lap. Obviously purple. There's no one else setting laps through the 11-12 chicane. He is driving absolutely perfectly. This is an immaculate lap. Keeps it nice and central through 13, and then preferably as far inside as possible through 14. He's done exactly that. Got the wide exit as well. Where will this put him? The banker lap of a 110.6 from Chris. It's the fact that that isn't even his fastest, as now we see Undertaker a second off. Unbelievable. Mel's going through that middle sector there, as now we see 2 invalidations. A third driver coming across the line. It's Elias. He is 1.3 off pole, and Luke has pulled off a P2 lap there. Very solid from him as we go on board with one of the championship contenders in the form of Mel's. Here he comes now across the line. Championship leader still not here. It's an unbelievable lap. Mel's has jumped himself up to P2, barely behind his teammate Chris, and turbo speed as well with a very solid lap. Davies follows that and sets a lap good enough for P3. Only the third driver in the 110s so far. Seems very difficult as usual here today. Here comes Jax to the line. It's another 110.8 from Jax. Joris now. He is going to be rounding the final 4 corners soon as there. We saw Bus moving up to P8 here. Timing up to P5 also. Here we come now. 2 more corners to go. Through turn 13. Not the worst turn 13, but he has invalidated there on exit. Elias has come victim to traffic there, it seems. Mike Hammer now. Through the middle sector. On the mediums, he's taking the alternate here. Whether that will work out for him or not, we'll have to wait and see. and he has invalidated late on there. Stein now, a man who could well be quick, but like I always say, you've got to see, you've got to wait and see. Will Stein have the pace? Will he be bottlenecked by Luke here? Obviously not. Luke getting out of the way of him there. Here comes Stein though, on the mediums as well. Quite a lot of people taking the alternate strategy today. Through turn 7. Bit of a poor acceleration there. I know you can do a lot more off that corner. I saw that on Friday. Let's see how the end of this lap can go for Stein. Is this just a poor lap in general, or can he pull it back later on? He always starts off with a poor lap, does Stein, and then he just pulls it off as Swifty is out in qualifying. I assume he's lost it off the banking. Very, very unlucky there for Swifty. Nice DRS activation. Stein goes towards the line. It's a 112.0. Goes P11. As usual though, starting with that pole lap does Stein. Now Mike Hammer has 2 more corners after this one. We'll see where he can go and then I'll read. I assume Swifty's angry comment that he's just DNF'd. 2 more corners now for Mike Hammer. Now through the final corner he's kept it nice and tight. Decent exit as well. Here he comes to the line. It's a 112.2 P12 for Mike Hammer so far in this session. And now we'll read Swifty's angry comment. It's not actually an angry comment, just saying such a good lap. And he drew it away on the final corner. Very, very unlucky for him. Rico though, lobby host tonight. Another man who can still contend for that championship. He's got some very solid points. He's got very unlucky as well so far this season. Currently P5 in the driver's standings. Cristiano can take the championship lead tonight if he wins, which is as always likely. Rico though, he's got 2 corners to go. Where can this lap put him? On the soft tyre. He's going to be hoping for a very solid top 10 finish here. Preferably more, if he can. Goes nice and tight. A bit of a weirder line there. It's P6 for Rico. Very solid lap there. Just outside of the 1 minute 10s. Very solid run for him today. Davies, I believe, has just started a lap as well. Yes, he has. And we'll see how this lap goes for him. Davies now rounding turn 7 and turn 8. This seems very, very fast from him so far. We got yellow flags in the middle sector and it's Davies. That's his lap over. He's had to abort there through the final sector. We'll now go on board with Mells. He's just going through where Davies went through. And sadly his lap did end. Mells currently P2 with a very strong run, only 13 milliseconds off the pace of Cristiano. Now has 4 corners left. Through turn 10, diving through turn 11. Now 2 corners to go. He's invalidated. Very unlucky there for Mells. We now have 11 people in stream. That's very impressive numbers. We usually only see 10 or even less usually. Now then, Jax. He's only got 2 corners to go himself here. And that was a purple middle sector we saw. Is this the turnover? Is this Jax finally ending the Cristiano domination? Or will it continue here tonight? Here comes Jax towards the line. It's P3 still. He improves massively though. 1.3 tenths. Very, very solid. What a lap that was from Jax. Very unlucky though at the end. Davies now going through the sector where he did fall last time. Will he fall again? It's wide, but it's not wide enough. He will continue here. Through turn 9, he's caught himself on the inside curve. I told you someone would catch it. And it is Davies tonight who seems to have caught himself on that curve. Now then, Timon! The P5 man on a push lap is in the wall at turn 3, and that car is still accelerating at full speed. I don't know why. But that there is indeed Timon. So will that open the door for Volta and Rico? I just realised Volta and Rico are literally 1,000th apart, as now Davies rounds the final corner. He will pit in this lap. Cristiano, though, the man on pole currently, 500ths up, now 2.5 tenths up. Cristiano is absolutely flying here tonight. Here he comes now with 2 more corners to go. Turn 13. Will he be able to get it dead on? He gets it just as he did last time. Nice and over the curb. No invalidation there. Around the final turn, Cristiano hurtles across the line. It's P1 by just over 3 tenths. That is unbelievable stuff. And Ghost has pulled off a lap good enough for P2 in this session. That's a surprise. Ghost usually a man up there, but he's never this far up in qualifying. Maybe he has some pace today, or maybe it's just luck. We'll have to wait and see for the race. That's when we'll see the true pace of these cars. Mel's now on the end of his lap. Is he has backed out. I think he's run out of fuel there. Very unlucky for him. 13 people now in stream. I appreciate every single one of you for watching this. Should be a fun one tonight. Stein has moved himself up to P6. I should really have noted that. Turbo is up to P5 as well. And obviously Ghost Lap moved him up to P2 in this session. Stein, though, around the middle sector. It seemed like a clean lap. There's not much pace, but it's very, very clean, as Luke has moved himself up into the top 10 as well. Seems like the top 10 is going to be majority 110s here. Stein now with 2 more corners to go. Turn 13 and turn 14. He spun it on 13. And he saved it very, very nicely, I've got to say. Perfectly executed pirouette. Now turbo speed. I think he's on a... No, he isn't. He's miles off a lap. Cristiano, though, he is also not on a lap, but he is beginning one. Chris is going again here. I don't know how long's left in the session, because all I can see right now is yellow flags. There's just under 6 minutes left in this session. So there's hope that someone can pip Chris still. But judging by the 3/10 gap, I don't think that is going to be very likely. A beautiful camera angle there through turn 6, heading towards turn 7. What could be the championship leader after tonight by 10 points. Sorry for the burping. Over Dion. Through 9 now. Very, very quick, as usual from Chris. Bit of a wobble on exit of turn 9, but he's still got pace. 2 tenths up on that personal best. This could be a spectacular 109 here at the Dutch Grand Prix. Here he comes now. 2 corners left. Nicely over the curb. There's not going to be an invalidation. Round the banking. Will this be a car in the 109s here tonight? It will! A 109.9. Unbelievable stuff. Cristiano once again proves his pace. He is truly unbelievable. Who would think someone can be this dominant in a racing league in qualifying? It's a 7/10 difference from Chris to the rest of the field. Unbelievable running. Cristiano has truly got unbelievable pace. Is Bobo just setting a lap and he's not bothering anything else? We saw Joris there in the gravel. Joris has been disqualified from the session. Might be a bit of an... Oh, that's where he is. Okay, that kind of makes sense. As Joris there does drop to the back of the field, he will start last for this race. So Bobo is still actually not set a lap here, as you see Undertaker rounding the final 2 corners nicely over the curb. Might be able to put himself into a very solid position with this lap. Here he comes now towards the line. It's a 110.8, moves up into P6. Very solid running from Undertaker. Now Davies, P8 currently, was once P4. He's clearly got pace. He's got pace to match that top 4. We know he's got that. He's not set another lap. that first sector there just under a tenth up. Very, very solid running from Davies. Now through turn 7 and into turn 8, the double right-hander going very nicely for him. Bit of a slide on exit there, it looked like, but so far very, very clean. Keeps it away from that inside curb of turn 9. Keeps it away from the outside curb as well there. That might be a bit of a debatable one, decision-wise. Here he comes though. 49.4 through the middle sector. 2 more corners now left to run. Here he comes. Just under 3 minutes left in this session. It's over the curb and it's an invalidation for Davies, as he does back out in the end there. That is Undertaker though, on a second push lap in a row. He must believe he's got pace here today. Or is this a pitting lap? It's a pitting lap. And turbo speed there, he's around on his out lap. I think he's just gone straight on there. Here comes Jax though, hurtling towards the line. Where will this put him? It's P2 for Jax. What an end to that lap. Jax has pushed himself all the way from P4 up into P2, moving Mel's down to P4, but Mel's isn't going to be happy with that. Here he comes now, through the middle sector. Can Mel's push for pole even tonight? At just under a tenth up again on his personal best. Through 7. Very solid run so far. Into 8. Just avoiding that inside curb. Maybe that's exactly what he wants to do. Clips the outside curb. Maybe something you don't want to do too much. But he seemed to pull it off here. Just over the exit curb there. Here comes Mel's. He seems to have pace here. And it is still positive. Can he move himself up into P3? And he has backed off. And that might be a debatable one as Rico there retires. And there is a slow car in the final sector. It's just Mel's. Probably giving up on life. Now we see Ghost. Into turn 6. Diving through. Keeps it very tight there. Gets an exit. You probably want. Through 7. And he runs wide. No invalidation though. He's managed to run that perfectly. The current P3 man as there he sees his teammate backwards. Elias around through the middle sector. That won't matter much for Ghost Slap though. Here he comes now. Towards the final few corners. He is positive on that last lap. But I don't think he will move up any positions. Looks like he'll improve. Oh, and no, he won't improve. A very solid lap. Gone to dust there for Ghost. Looked like it could be a potential top 5. Well, it's still going to be a top 5 even. A potential top 2. He will still start 3rd place on the 2nd row of the grid. The front row was calling his name though. And it's all gone around the exit of turn 12. Very unlucky for him. Obviously, he will now dive it in and that will be the end of Ghost's session. Very unlucky there. As there we see actually Bobo, the man who didn't set a lap all session, now moves himself up into P3. And guess who's here now? Oh, he's arrived at the last second. He's joined mid-quali. I didn't see him enter. It's Dion. He's got 1 lap now just to set the pace and see where he can put himself. He has to push with all his might here if he wants this championship lead to stay in his hands. Here he comes now. He's got 1 more sector after this one. Seems very, very quick here tonight as there we see another spinner, and that's Stein this time around at the exit of turn 9. Here comes Dion though. 4 more corners to go through the chicane. Decent exit speed. Can he push himself up into the top 3? That'd be vital for his championship if he can. Here he comes now, round the final bank corner. This seems incredibly quick from Dion. Here he comes towards the line. Where will this lap put him? It's a 1:10.6. It's P4 ahead of Mel's, behind Cristiano. The pole sitter will be Chris. Cristiano will be on pole for the Dutch Grand Prix. We have 2 more people left, and then that will be it for qualifying here at the Netherlands. Your order for the start of the race: Cristiano from Jax, from Bobo, from Dion, from Ghost, from Mel's, from Turbo Speed, from Undertaker, from Stein, from Davies, from Luke, from Volta, from Timon, from Rico, from Bus, from Elias, from Mike, from Swifty, and in last place will be Joris to start the race off after his disqualification. Great session as usual here tonight. P18 for Swifty, he's gassed. I don't blame him for being gassed. Let's go, Swifty. Brilliant. What a session for Swifty there. P18 it will be. Brilliant session. Thank you, Tim, for still joining the stream, even though you aren't here in the race. Doesn't really matter too much that you aren't here. Cristiano, though. Unbelievable. He's just crazy. Honestly, the man is superhuman. Cristiano is well and truly superhuman. I'm not lying. I hope someone makes this into a TikTok. Like, me calling Cristiano this. He's a speed demon, honestly. Crazy pace. Every single session. He doesn't fail to provide entertainment and pace. Every time. Every circuit. The man nails it. It's unbelievable. Can't wait to see him in esports in a few years, Chris. Don't want to put the high expectations on you, fella, but yeah. Wish every driver luck. It's race time. Here. In the brilliant place of the Netherlands. He'll be beating Jarno soon. Jarno versus Chris for the F1 Esports Championship. That's what I want to see. An on-track battle between Jarno Opmeer and Chris. Who'd win, actually? That would be interesting. Put your predictions in the comments. Who's winning, Chris or Jarno Opmeer? Dutch versus Dutch around Zandvoort. That'd be an interesting one, wouldn't it? I still can't believe the man cut off. I dropped my mic because I'm a bit stupid. But yeah, as I was saying, I can't believe he's in the 109s tonight. Pace like that is genuine esports level. I can't wait to see him there for a few years. In a few years, even. I can just celebrate the fact I commentated for him. Look at him go. Elias is coming with a huge comeback. Mies with the call. From P9. Wait, why is he starting P19? Oh yeah, he got the 5th place grid penalty, didn't he? 13 Luke. Never mind. That makes sense. Big call. As now Cristiano is the first man to line himself up on the grid, followed by Jax. Followed by... It will be Swifty, actually. Moved himself up from P17 to P3 in a single lap. What a formation lap from Swifty. Honestly, unbelievable stuff. Followed by the 2 Red Bulls on the 2nd row. Then Ghost and Mel's on the 3rd row, 2 of the old-timers. Turbo and Undertaker, 2 of the rookies, on the 4th row. 5th row goes to Stein and Davies, a rookie and an old-timer. Luke in many different leagues that I commentate for. He's in both of them. I commentate for 2 leagues. Yeah, he's in both. But now we have a race to get to, surprisingly. And what I'm expecting to be a good race, the green flag is waved from the marshal there. What a guy he is, waving that green flag already. The race has not even started yet. But it will now. Here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights now ahead of the drivers. And it's lights out and away we go. Can Chris get the good launch? Yes, he can. Chris holds the lead. Bobo having a look there. Ghost with a brilliant start. He's attacking the two Red Bulls already. Bit then that there was contact there. I think that's Stein. Yes, it is. Stein's gone to the back there. Very, very early on. Elias moving up a good couple of positions around turn one. Very solid start from him. Kept it very clean, I've got to say so far, as we see Melz and Undertaker going wheel to wheel. There's a tyre hanging between them, still side by side between them. Melz gets out on top in the end there. Melz still holding that P6 he started with. The entire top six has been left unchanged. Undertaker gets the one position move up. Now Davies going side by side with Rico, and that's a Red Bull! It's a Red Bull! It's Bobo! And Turbo Speed's been collected by him. And we have the VSC, surely will turn into a full safety car. And it has indeed turned into a full safety car. Big shunt on lap one there. Bobo and Turbo Speed. Bobo running wide off turn 9. Very, very big shunt there for both drivers. And we do have the safety car out here. So the good starts today. Mike Hammer moves himself up into the points. Swifty from P17 is up to P11 in this race. As we do have two drivers pitting, maybe more. That's a third. That's all. Timon fell back off the start, I think. Oh wait, no, he DNF'd in quali, so he's actually moved up pretty decently so far. Luke falling back, sadly for him. Stein, obviously, with that first lap spin, all the way to the back of the grid for him. Joris has moved up a few places so far. Elias is up to P11 now. So he has gained positions because of pit stops. But yeah, Elias, another one of those drivers. From P19, he's now up 8 positions to P11. Very solid driving so far from him. And there are your big winners position-wise. Like I said, Rico as well, actually. Yeah, Rico moving himself up into P8. 8 from P... That would be 14. Very impressive stuff from everyone here tonight. Great start to this race. Good bit of action. That's what we want to see. Oh, brilliant job there, boys. I don't know why I said brilliant job. It's literally it's the second lap and we're under a safety car. Brilliant job, lads. We've got some action. But, yeah. The big loser, Stein. Very, very unlucky for him. Biggest loser out of everyone. Volta and Luke also dropping back a little bit. Not an incredible amount for those two. As Chris there fakes the pit stop. He's not the only one. His teammate Melz follows suit and also fakes that pit stop. Can't really blame him for that. You want to make sure you catch at least 1 or 2 people out overall. And if that is the case, then I think you succeeded. You've baited someone into the pits. Well done to you. I believe safety car should be in either this lap or next lap. Probably next lap, because obviously it's only been out for 1 lap. Or 2 laps now. And it is actually in this lap. Okay. So we will see Cristiano here weaving his way down towards the main straight with those 3 now corners left. Now 2 corners left. Where will he go? How will he go here off this restart? No one knows. Will he start early? Will he do an Ecos? No. He's going to go very late, I'm sure. Not giving away any psychological advantages, but Chris is going to go late. Still weaving. Still going. And now he bolts. And here comes Ghost, actually. What a restart from Ghost. He's up a position there. Swifty and Elias there having their own battle. Down the inside goes Elias. Might get Mike Hammer here as well. Not quite. Good move from him though. That there was Dion, and that is Mel's overtaking Dion. Big for the championship. And that is I Davies there having a look at Undertaker further back. Mike Hammer getting the move done there on Rico. And then there is Bus on Luke as well. Tyre banging between them. Luke backs out of it and just sits back for now. Mel's though, he's picked up some pace so far, I've got to say. He seems to be ready to compete with this top three now. Tries to get the better exit speed here on Ghost. Will he be able to get the move done soon? I am going to assume yes. As that there is Mike Hammer having a look. Pretty dangerous location to have a look, to be fair. That is turn 9. That is the location. You will definitely spin if you're not careful. Dion, Mel's, Undertaker, Ghost. They're the ones looking close right now. Chris has already pulled away from Jax. Ghost seems to be falling back to Jax as well there. And now actually here comes Mel's on Ghost. Mel's still proving unbelievable pace so far as that is Joris out of the session. Will that be cause for another safety car? It will indeed. 2 safety cars in 2 laps. Mel's able to pick up that position. Elias up another position into P10 now. Up into P9 even. Up 10 positions. Unbelievable. So will we see the pitters now on lap 5? There's potential definitely, as now Chris does round the final corner. We'll see if he pits, he doesn't. Jax doesn't, Mel's does, Ghost does, Dion doesn't, and then there was someone else, I believe Undertaker, Rico, Mike Hammer. It's hard to see because of so many people pitting, and that is Stein also. These guys at the back have been really held back, they're fallen far behind here. So then, position movement. Elias up 14 spots now because of the pit stops. Those don't really count though. I'm not going to count them that much. But that is Elias up another spot. Swifty is one of those big losers under safety car. I don't know what's happened to him. He was up at the front and then he just kind of slipped back. No, I wouldn't say you've called it yet though, Mies. Honestly, I wouldn't say you've called it yet because he has not pitted yet. He's on mediums though, so maybe you have called it, Mies. I'll give it you for now, but we'll have to see how the race pans out. Is there any hope here that Elias can still pull something off even though he has not pitted yet? Can Timon still catch up with the safety car queue? I think he can, yeah, surely. I give you the benefit of a doubt for now, Mies. I pitted. That's why you're so far back. Alright, that makes sense. I didn't actually notice. Don't know how I didn't notice. Let's go to tyres. Yeah, quite a few drivers have pitted. Swifty being one of them. Luke also being one of them. So Swifty, big loser there it seems. As was Volta. Still the top 4 not pitting, top 5 even not pitting, but one of them is on medium tyres, so maybe he can push himself for longer, and I think that will be the case. We'll just have to see when that pit stop time is, whether it's soon, whether it's later, whether it's next year. No, I'm joking. Bit of an exaggeration. But yeah, we'll have to see when the pit stop time is. Just a random thought, can you imagine if real life cars, well these are real life cars obviously, but can you imagine if like road cars had like soft tyres, medium tyres? Like they just put on the wets. Just why not? They have to make pit stops at Tesco. That'd be sick, you know. You got your average road car, really blasting it down like 120 mile an hour. They got to dive it in for softs, and after like a certain amount of miles, they have to change their tyres instead of just keeping the same set on for their entire life. Anyway, restart time. Still no one pitting in the top 5. I mean, obviously not yet, but it is there's a bit of a question as to why. Why have they not pitted? Do they know something we don't? Are they assuming there'll be another safety car? There will. Are they just going to take advantage later? Probably will be the case. We will have to see how Chris manages this one though. What will Cristiano do off this restart? As now he bolts. It's a bit late, but Jax actually followed him perfectly. Jax to the outside for the lead of the race. Chris brakes later. Chris gets the corner. Chris holds the lead. Davies there having a look on Elias. Actually, no, it's Elias overtaking Davies even. Very nice move from him. Bus sends one to the outside, goes for the exit speed, not going to quite happen for him. Here comes Elias though, continuing his charge up the order, getting very, very tight to the back of Dion there. Can he maybe get the move done through 7 and 8, or is that too much of a shout? I think it's a bit too much of a shout for now. But the order of the top 3 stays the same. The top 5 changes, Davies dropping back 1 spot, Elias picking up 1 spot, moving up 15 spots now. Unbelievable race so far from him. Meanwhile then, Mike Hammer and Ghost going wheel to wheel. Watch out behind as well, because here comes Volta having a look to the outside of turn 10. Will turn to the inside for turn 11, and he's still there. Not much contact between them. They kept it rather clean. Ghost has pitted, so he is not one of the big losers. And Ghost there losing his back end a bit, so he will now actually become one of the big losers. Bit of commentator's curse, don't know whether to count that or not. These 3 though getting very, very tight here. For only P12 this is. But Swifty now having a look all the way around the outside. If he can get that move done, that'd be very, very impressive. Here he goes now, gets the exit speed around the outside of turn 2. For the inside of turn 3, and Ghost's gone. Oh, it's so unlucky. Barely any contact between them. But it's resulted in the once P2 man spinning as Mills. What's happened there? It's another safety car. It's the 3rd safety car in 10 laps. And it's Mills off at a very, very strange spot. What has happened to what was a championship contender? Now really a midfield runner. He's fallen back so much. It turns out the people who didn't pit have made the correct call. Because now they have the opportunity to. Will they even pit now though? Because you've had so many safety cars, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another in the next 3 or 4 laps. That wouldn't shock me. Cristiano though, so far, looks like it's going to be another dominant display from him. Let's see, does he pit? Chris does, Jax does, Dion does, Elias does, Davies does. Bus is the only one not to so far. The top 5 all pit there. Every single one of them. We'll have to see how things turn out. It's hard tyres for Chris. Davies switching tyres now. What will he go to? Mediums for Davies, mediums for Elias. It's another set for him. Dion on softs as well there. Actually no, that's not as well, but Dion on softs, that's a bit of a crazy one. As Davies has actually got Elias, it seems like. Yeah, he has. So has Elias had to make a front wing change there? Potentially. So, not really any position changes under the safety car, but we do now have a new race leader in the form of Buss. He pitted on lap 3 under the first safety car. He was the only one, and it seems to have resulted well for him. He is now the race leader. Undertaker is an Aston Martin 1-2, Undertaker in P2, Mike Hammer P3, Volta in P4, Stein P5, Luke P6, Swifty moving up the order a bit to P7 on those medium tyres. Timon P8, Chris P9, Jax P10, Dion now only P11 on softs as well, so he will surely have to make another stop. P12 for Davies, P13 now for Elias, P14 for Rico, and last place is Ghost for now. Buss now holds up the field. Where will Buss start actually? Because he's weaving quite early. So will he dart early? Could be interesting if he does. I don't think he will. Continues his weaving here, Buss. And now darts, so it is pretty early for Buss, as now we do see a bit of a look there from Volta. Further down the field we see Timon going for it on Swifty. To the inside goes Timon. Dion also pushing for what will be P2 in this race. Here comes Dion to the inside. Dion moves himself up into P2 effectively now in this race. And now with Chris being held up, might have a chance. Elias, no! It looked so good. And it all fell apart for him. He's off at turn 2. The exit at turn 2. Roughly turn 3. As now Mike Hammer actually pushing for P3. He's actually ended up getting it. Can Volta get the switchback though? Not quite. But now we look back to Dion versus Chris. Dion could come out on top here, and that could change the entire vision of this race. The dominant Chris could fall here to not an unsuspecting challenger, definitely not, but definitely someone you wouldn't, see that often and that close to Chris, as their Undertaker takes the lead off his teammate, and Buss is actually dropping back. Buss has made a mistake, it seems, and he just about gets ahead of Chris, Swifty and Dion. Dion knows though, he needs to send it. He sent it a bit too much though. Swifty will hold it ahead of him for now. Now Chris gets past Bus. Crucial overtakes here from Chris. Now Swifty though stuck behind Bus is going to hold Dion as well. Dion though has a look, nothing to be pulled off just yet. Might have another look into turn 8. Oh, it's Swifty. Swifty's luck now turns. Everyone seems to be having major luck turns now, as that there is Volta moving himself up into, well, current P2. Won't be effectively, it'll be this man. As now he actually catches up with this train of cars all stuck behind each other for the race lead. Dion though gets the crucial pass done on Bus, and all of a sudden they're back to square one. Look how close they are once again now for the lead of this race. Luke now gets a very nice exit actually. He might have a look here at Stein, and that there is Davies around actually. Davies had an incident and there is no cause for a safety car, but that is a rather big shunt there for Davies on the exit of the vinyl banking. I'm assuming he's just slipped, like literally just slipped up, and it's caught him. But Chris now actually going side by side with Timon. He's pulled off a very nice move there through turn 5, practically a straight line to be fair, turn 5, but it is a rather nice move, and it does put him another place ahead of the soft runner of Dion, which is crucial in this race right now. Bus has dropped down to P10 on those 11 lap old mediums. I don't think this is the strategy for him, but now actually Dion gets the better exit. Can he have a look at Timon? He needs to send something here. It's not going to be quite yet, but he does need to have a very big dive if he wants to move up past Timon and into P7, which will be vital for this race. And I think that opportunity might come now. Timon goes defensive. Dion alongside, into turn 1 we go. Dion around the outside. Dion's up into P7. Could be crucial. Chris is going to have to make another move here very quickly. Goes to the outside. Tries to get that switch back. Gets the exit speed down. Bit of a snap. Dion's back though. Dion's back in the range he needs to be. And now there is Jax as well. He's also pushing behind these guys. Jax, Dion and Chris have kind of just followed each other through after this second safety car restart. If Dion takes Chris here, that is his lead of the race for the meantime, which will be very impressive to say, you know, it's Chris and he is the fastest driver out of everyone apparently. Elias there is lapped, so I was actually right. Ha, have that, Mies. Sorry, Elias. Oh, and now there is contact between Timon and Dion. So Dion actually now slowing up Timon. This entire train's kind of just slowing up itself. Volta in the front of it. Stein has now got past Mike Hammer, and Stein will now have a look in not too long as Elias has disconnected. Elias seems to have given up. Don't blame him. What a send that is! Here comes Chris down the inside of Luke, and he's going to get the move done. Volta moves out of the way. Volta loses 2 places there. Chris gets another one. Brilliant overtaking from Chris. He moves himself up into P4, a vital position right now. As Dion loses 2 places, he might lose P2. He does lose P2. Jax takes it. Mike Hammer there going side by side with Stein, and Chris takes the opportunity. Chris, after being P6, being so close to Dion, now all of a sudden is P3 and miles clear of him. And now there is Dion actually. Dion spun it. The race takes another turn. Dion's around. Dion is effectively out of this one now. As now Timon, sorry that's Luke there, going side by side with Rico. Timon bouncing over the curb. Now realistically all it takes Jax to pull off 2 moves, and then he's there again on Chris. But Chris now is going to have the easy job really on Mike Hammer. Here he comes now in slipstream to the outside. Mike Hammer holds it in there. Mike Hammer's holding up Chris here as we get a safety car. It's Bus and Ghost. They're both in the same wall together. Dion takes the opportunity. Stein takes his opportunity there. but Dion, the race has fallen apart for him. There's no wing change in there, but the race has slipped out of his hands so quickly, and Elias is so unlucky there. The safety car, it catches him. Oh no, it doesn't. So Elias is past the safety car. So Elias is actually very lucky, not unlucky. He's either going to be very lucky or unlucky. And he ends up being very lucky. So we do have a safety car heading on to half race distance. It's Chris now with the lead from what will now turn to Jax. From, I believe it's Timon still, he's staying out. But who will actually be P3 here? I believe it's actually going to be, is it going to be Undertaker? It will be Undertaker in P3 of this race. He's managed to pull off the comeback. Mike Hammer's taken advantage. He's up to P4. So, the race order now, with the two McLarens still not pitting, is actually Chris from Jax, from Undertaker, from Mike, from Rico, from Stein. Stein's pulled off the comeback here. Very fair play to him. From Volta, from Swifty, from Dion, from Davies, from Elias. So, once again, big change in the race order. Safety car restart won't be too long now, I don't assume. The orange wall. So the race once again takes a turn. As Elias at the back, but he is still in this. I'm just saying, Elias still has a chance here to come back into it. I don't think my points predictions were that far off. Timon crashed out in quali. He's now up in P3. I know he's not pitted yet. Yeah, McLaren's are doing pretty good, but both of you haven't pitted. So, are you really doing that good? I'm not too sure. I mean, you're up there for now. So, you can have the fame while you're up there, but... yeah. Things don't look too good for you guys. Let's have a look at penalties, actually. 2 5-second penalties for Mike and for Stein. As now we see Chris, for the 3rd time out of the 4 safety cars this race, controls the field. How will he do on this one? My predictions are gone. My predictions have actually come alive. Like I said, Swifty didn't crash out, actually. Why is my lights just turned on? That's a bit weird. You're right, old fella. Doesn't matter. Safety car restart. Will either McLaren get a really good launch here and just hold everyone up? Well, here we go. Cristiano. Now bolts. Jax not too close. Everyone seems to be very, very tight behind them, though. Not far off each other on the restart there, as that there is Luke and Undertaker, wheel to wheel. Undertaker all the way around the outside of Luke. Through turn 2, he has to give up the position. Mike Hammer now going side by side with Undertaker. After that bit of time lost behind Luke. And now that is actually Rico having a look at Mike. No, sorry, that's not Rico. That's Stein having a look at his own teammate. Meanwhile, there, Davey still at the back. Elias 1 minute back. So things haven't gone well for him, actually. So Chris leads very tightly from Jax. From Timon and Luke for now, they both still haven't pitted. Realistically, the two leaders still need to pit as well. I'm not too sure whether these three, four actually, with Swifty as well, will pit again. So this could get very interesting very quickly, and that there is a yellow flag. I don't know who that's for. Elias now drops all the way to the back. It's gone downhill so quickly for him. Can Jax get the move done on Chris soon? Maybe not. Maybe not yet, anyway. But he is closing. The two McLarens here seem to be holding up everyone. Undertaker trying to get that move done on Luke. It's just not happening. And there is Davies taking the opportunity. He's in P12. He's a lap ahead of Elias. So we can just take the opportunity. Pit, change tyres, and get himself back out there in P12. And it does another safety car, he'll be well and truly back into this. 15 more laps to go now. Just about to be 14 after they cross the line. Jax still close on Chris. I really like the chances here for Jax. As yellow flags there in sector 3, it's Elias, he's just DNF'd. I don't blame him at this point. He didn't have much chance left. But now, Jax and Chris battle for first. It intensifies more. As now Undertaker getting very close once again to Luke. Still not close enough though. Jax versus Chris is still the battle to watch. I think DRS is open this lap. It is. So Jax could get the move done soon. Definitely. He's within 0.5 of a second on Chris. Chris runs wider. Jax, he's going to look for it. He has to look for it soon. Poor final corner though. It's not going to be this lap. And now there is Luke actually around and heavily in the wall. Will that be cause for a virtual safety car? No, it will not. Luke, though, has the easy opportunity to just dive into the pits. He is right next to the pit lane. So now Timon on those 17-lap-old mediums. He's still holding strong out there, to be fair. You can see the degradation on his tyres. Jax now falling out of touch with Chris. So maybe that was never on, as now it's Davies actually setting the fastest lap. Very solid from him. Now there is the two Alpha Tauris getting closer. Once again in this race. Undertaker, he's going to get the move done on time in this lap, surely now. Move himself up into the podium places. Exactly where he wants to be is Chris there on the hard tyres, says the the fastest lap of the race. To the inside now, Undertaker moves up into P3, taking the position off the 18 lap old medium tyres of Timon. Quite understandably, to be fair. That is quite an easy move to complete, as that there is Volta off in the background. Don't know what's happened to him. It's a turn 3 incident though, so I assume he's just caught on the curb or he's been hit by someone. It'll be one or the other. These three though are the three to watch really in the midfield, from P3 down to really P6 actually. Those three now are looking close. Mike, Rico and Timon are the three in question. They're starting to close in on each other. Well, these two on Timon. And Undertaker, obviously, is still going to hold this strong because he is on the fresher medium tyres and will probably not have to pit again to say Timon's at this stage of the race and only starting to show signs of degradation. And surely now will pit. No, continues. 19 laps on those medium tyres now for Timon. And now here comes Mike. He's got the momentum. He hasn't gone for it. Timon now has fallen back from Undertaker. Mike closing in on Timon. And Rico not far behind them. Stein, Dion and Swifty actually. Not far behind him either. Mike now might go for it on Timon, or is he still too far back? Oh, Timon! He doesn't need to! And now there is Rico, he's hit him! Rico's got damage. They're nearly 4 wide now. Swifty's moved himself up into P5 out of all that chaos. He's gained so much there, Swifty. Unbelievable work from him. And now Dion actually might have a look at Swifty. He is closing in a lot actually. Dion on Swifty. Swifty gives him a good old shrug to the outside there. Dion though still close. Swifty deploying the RS. Can Dion get the move done soon? I still think he's a bit too far back. Tries to go for the switchback. Not close enough. Undertaker though. Can we point that out? Undertaker gaining on Jax. The old medium's not helping him. Now then, we also have a three-way battle back here. Swifty, Dion and Stein could go 3 wide here. I don't think it will, but there's definite potential here for a three wide moment down the straight. They're not close enough, I don't think. Seems like Stein's actually gaining more on Dion than Dion is on Swifty. So maybe we'll see another overtake here. But Undertaker, he's got a big chance now of a P2. Here he comes. Undertaker down the main straight. DRS open. Not going to be close enough this time around. But he is very much so there as now we go back to this battle. Dion all the time on Swifty. Down the inside Dion goes. Very clean move so far. Side by side between Swifty and Dion still. Still wheel to wheel action here. As that there is Dion backing out of it. And that there is... don't know who was around there. Oh, was Stein, was it? Did Stein have a bit of a slide? Yeah, he's 6 seconds back now. So yeah, Stein probably had some sort of slide there. Undertaker gaining on Jax. The P2 battle seems to be hotting up here. I think there will be another pit stop in hand for Jax and Cristiano. I think Cristiano can make it all the way, but Jax definitely will need another pit stop at some point. Timon's made his stop now. He's on the soft tyres. He will go to the end of this race. Jax, though, is under all the pressure. Undertaker has got a chance now. Here he comes, down the main straight. He's, again, not close enough. He needs to close in a lot more if he wants this move done. Dion on Swifty now. Here comes Dion once again. Goes to the outside this time. Contact between them. Dion pushes Swifty a bit there. I don't think it was enough contact to apply any damage to either car. And that is Stein pissing. And also had a 5-second penalty there. Now, Davies on Rico also closing on each other. Undertaker and Jax still close. Dion and Swifty also still very, very close here. Undertaker with DRS once again now through turn 10 and into turn 11, 12 and... Wait, sorry, no, it was turn 11, then through turn 12, now into turn 13, then the final corner, turn 14. He seems closer on this occasion. Now only 4 tenths in it. Here he comes, 3 tenths. Can he get it down to 2? Yes, he can. Undertaker gaining a lot here. To the inside, he's going to send it. He's not quite close enough. Oh, these two getting very, very tight. Dion and Swifty back at it again here. Swifty continues to hold up Dion, and he's pushed him onto the gravel there a bit. Will that go to the stewards? I'm not too sure, because there hasn't been much of a time lost there. More a time, it just stayed the same really. Now Undertaker, he's actually a lot closer now. Now through turn 7 and turn 8, he's holding it close. Next year's cars will, well, this year's cars even, in real life, are really helping drivers to do this. Here comes Rico now, sorry. No, here comes Rico. Rico's around. It's Undertaker that's gaining on Jax all the time. Surely Jax has to make the stop. There's only 6 more laps to go. He's going to long it out, I'm sure. 24 laps of mediums. But I think it's too much. There is Rico is out. Is that going to cause a safety car? There's more yellow flags on track. Is there a safety car out? No, there isn't. Is there an Undertaker going for it once again on Jax? Yes, there is. He sends it to the inside, and he's hit him. Jax has spun Undertaker around turn 1. And there's contact between Swifty and Undertaker there as well. Swifty moves himself up into P4 thanks to that. He might well get a podium here, Swifty. He's looking on for it. There is 8 seconds of penalties in front of him. He's 2.9 behind, and he's gaining. So Swifty looks very much so on for a podium here. After all of this, he's got very lucky, I've got to say. But he is here now, and that there is actually Mike Hammer. So Swifty is on the podium now. Mike Hammer's made the error. He would have fallen behind all of those drivers anyway, but now he's truly slipped behind. And now Swifty's hoping Undertaker and Dion have their own battle, and it does seem to be that way. Undertaker's gaining on Swifty though, so I'm not too sure. Swifty has got a lot of work to do, and he might not have any work to do anymore. That was a big error there from Undertaker through that turn 11-12 chicane. Now then, Undertaker falls under pressure, out of DRS. Dion now has the opportunity. It should be an easy overtake. Undertaker defends it. It is the easy overtake. Dion up into P4 can now re-chase Swifty. Undertaker not close enough yet, but Dion gaining now on Swifty. Meanwhile though, Timon, Davies and Luke seem to be having their own battle. 2 McLarens and a Williams, that much like real life I've got to say. Now for P6 this battle. So we do have quite a few close battles here. We have this well, it's not really 2-way, as that there is Swifty running very wide actually, so I'll allow Dion to get very, very tight to the back of Swifty here. Here he comes, Dion. Can he get the move done once again down the main straight, or is he still going to be too far back? I'm not sure. Let's just see how this pans out. 2 people that could well have been on the podium right now in P10 and 11. If luck went their way, then they could have been on the podium. Dion versus Swifty now though for that final podium place. It's heating up again. Dion's gaining all of the time. switches it to the inside. Dion goes side by side, still between these two. Swifty holds on to it, keeping that double Mercedes podium for now. But Dion is still there, the charging bull of Dion right now. Wants the move done sooner rather than later, but will he get it sooner rather than later? I'm not too sure. Now this three-way battle continues. Luke, Timon and Davies all having their own fight back here, and it's a fun one, I've got to say. It's not really a battle for position of any sort, but it's an interesting battle. Speaking of battles not for any position, Stein versus Mike Hammer back here. That's going on. Jax losing time. I think we can call it here, folks. Cristiano won't take the championship lead. Wait, no, he might be very close though. I need to check the standings here. He might be extremely close. But now Dion, he might actually move himself up. If he gets P3, it's going to be a lot closer. Let's see how these standings run. There is a 20? There's 19 points. So Cristiano winning this race and Dion not moving anywhere will put them, I believe, so that's another 3 points. That's 10 points at the top. But has Cristiano got that fastest lap? No, he doesn't actually. So right now we're looking at sorry, I need to count the points here. So that's 25. Let me change that back as well. So it's 25, 18, 15, 12. 25 down to 12. So that's a 13-point gap it will be at the top. As Mike Hammer there at the back's had a spin. So it will be a 6-point gap. That's the one. 6-point gap. But it could be made 9 here. Will it be made a 9-point gap? Or is Dion now too far back? He really does seem to have fallen. As now onto lap 34 we go. Cristiano, ever dominant in that Alfa Romeo. Looks like he will be able to take home another victory here in the Netherlands at his home Grand Prix. Could we see 2 Dutchies on the podium? I'm not too sure. But now we have a bit of battling. Further back, Davies and Timon. Timon holds it down the inside. Both on soft tyres right now. Both very tight to each other. Luke's DNF'd actually. I don't know what's happened there to Luke. But he is out of the race. And here actually comes Timon with the switchback. Not going to be close enough to pull it off. Dion though, close on Swifty. Once again. Gets DRS. It's going to be the main straight, his big chance. We can see that Swifty has a podium here, definitely in his hands. Now on to the second last lap of this race. Dion knows it's now or never to extend or decrease the championship gap. Here he comes, slipstream all the way. Swifty goes defensive, side by side again between these two in turn 1. This time Dion gets a much better run, but Swifty, fair play to him, defends the position. Dion having another look, very tight. Once again between those two. And now we go back to Timon versus Davies. Davies currently with it. Timon though, not giving it up yet. Timon slipstreams Davies all the way down the straight. Will he go for it down the inside? Too far back. Just too far back. And now though, Dion's close. Once again here, Dion's close. Swifty under pressure all race it seemed from Dion. It's not been all race obviously. He's been at the back for a long time, has Swifty. But Dion's been applying pressure for a very long time now. There's realistically now 1 DRS zone that he can get him on. The second one is just kind of... It just kind of is there really, isn't it? It's not really a safety DRS zone, it just kind of exists him. And I don't think he's close enough, you know. To say he was challenging from 4-10. Wait, no, maybe he is. Actually, Dion's got the pace. Here he comes. Swifty's defending for his life. Swifty wants the podium. Mike Hammer's out of the session there. Dion has got the 3rd place spot. But can Swifty fight back? I believe he can. These two battling it out for over half the race. I'm sure about that one. Swifty can get this back. I'm sure he can push himself. But it's going to be tight. There's going to have to be a penalty involved if these two don't get close enough. Meanwhile though, Cristiano is just entering that 2nd DRS zone now, where Swifty is going to push for all his might on Dion. He wants the podium. He's going to get close, but I'm not sure whether he'll get it here. Touches the inside curve, maybe not as much as you'd want to, and it's going to make him drop back here. Swifty is now out of it, I'm sure, but it will now be Cristiano to round the final round the final corner of turn 14. Across the line, Chris wins and shortens the gap. Down to 10 points it will be, unless Swifty can pull something off now. Won't be the case. Jacks for P2. Dion will finish on the podium just ahead of Swifty at the line. One more lap and Swifty could definitely have got him there. And that will be our race over. So Undertaker Dylan there weaves his way across the line. He's got the gap, he can do that. P5 for Undertaker Dylan in the end. Davies, the 14 lap old soft tyres have lasted, and Davies will take home P6 in this race. Timon not too far behind in P7, and it will be Volta in P8, and Stein crosses the line in P9 for the end of this race, and he's into the back of time. Oh, it's another brilliant run-in tonight. Swifty, so unlucky tonight. Could definitely have been it. I thought it was at one point. Not quite. And now we watch the podium celebrations as usual. Cristiano waves his hand out to the crowd. Lets them know he's there. Gives them that brilliant presentation as ever. And raises that trophy. The winner of the Dutch Grand Prix. A Dutch winner. A British 2nd place. And I believe a Dutch double podium. That is the case. A Dutch winner, a Dutch 3rd. A very poor day actually for the Dutch drivers. To say there is a large majority of them. Quite a lot of them there not making it. That there is 6 of them not able to make it. Bobo's first lap incident obviously not helping him at all. Brilliant running out there tonight. As ever, these two very close. These two very close. These two, sorry, no, not these two. Don't matter. But yeah, they were all very close. Luke crashing out on the last lap. Chris is going to do fastest lap on the last lap. He didn't. Chris did not do fastest lap on the last lap. Yeah, that fair play, Swifty. You've pulled it off today. Good job. Good race from you. Very impressive. Whole race went well. But yeah, Luke, you did look very strong at one point. That'll be it from us. We will see you next week for the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps, the longest circuit on the calendar.